file to register our business and start. Yesterday, the first question that the president asked was, when are you going to start? And my response was yesterday, meaning we have already started. I'm sure all of you in the press have seen how much Liberians have embraced this initiative. And here we are, and I will take any questions that you have on this initiative. Thank you.
So let's take a few questions so you can leave, and then we continue the session. Those of you who have questions, maybe 5 at most. Just five. Just 5. Just 5.
Thank you, and welcome to the land of sunshine and liberty. You know, since our arrival, we as investigative journalists, while it's true we appreciate the expansion of the companies in Liberia, but we too have been interested in terms of investigating your company's profile. And permit me to bring to your attention, as part of our investigation for the past 2 days, there has been some alleged boats in the Gambia where you started. Besides the overlay claimed to be owned by a group of people named the Buford, in your company in terms of claiming ancestral land and using it to construct affordable homes for these people that have been private drilling. So we are concerned now that you are in Liberia and when you started, a sense of similar issues of allegations. Now you are into Liberia, consistent questions of them in your own country, and how do you intend to build the trust of the Liberian people with the existing reports of alleged, accusation of ancestral land there in the Gambia?
Can I respond?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. I'm glad you said alleged. The allegations can be drawn by anybody. And that's an allegation. And now, when there's an allegation, you refer it back to the court of law. Every country is governed by law. And the allocation of this specific land was 26 years ago. So 26 years ago, we have never been dragged into any legal tussle as far as the land is concerned. As a developer, we have no right and we have no right to step onto any parcel of land without legal documentation. So government had the authority to allocate land, like being allocated so many other investments, and we are not the only one who are allocated. Government has a policy in land allocation, as we are doing here now, stepping into Liberia. We are not just moving into any land. We are going through the government, starting with the president, and then going through the right authority. And they will go through due process to make land allocation where it's possible. An allegation is an allegation until proven right. And if nobody can prove the right for the past 26 years, I don't think it carries any water. Thank you.
My name is Narisa, and I report for Star TV. What will Liberia benefit from the company intend on bringing such huge investment into the country?
Well, thank you. Every country, including the most advanced countries in the world, look out for investments, private investment, especially housing. So therefore, the first benefit that any country will benefit from, including in Liberia, is shelter, making affordable housing. And that's what we are known for. Tap Africa Global is the leading affordable housing developer in Africa. You can do your own due diligence. You are journalists. You can go ahead and do it. We have won 3 times the affordable housing developer being awarded by the Affordable Housing Organization in South Africa. 3 consecutive times we have also won the Affordable Housing Company of the Year in Nigeria, a population of 230 million inhabitants. So that's one benefit. We provide shelter, we provide housing. The other benefit is employment. Because for every house that we build, we create 25 direct jobs, starting from masons, carpenters, electricians, laborers, and you name it. Then comes the indirect job. Everybody knows that on a work site, There's indirect jobs. Even those who sell food to the workers will benefit. Those who supply materials, sand, stones, you name it. So we also provide indirect benefit. Into the economy, because when we build houses, remember, we bring in finance. When we bring finance into the country, it tells on the country's GDP. And for Liberia, to be specific, there's quite a number of Liberians who are living in diaspora, and they buy in hard currency. So we're assisting bringing back Liberians who are outside, who go through a lot in buying homes, to get houses. Now, the fourth and not the final is the environment. We look after the environment. We have a company policy that every house that we build, we plant 10 new trees. 5 of them must be fruit trees. So these are all the benefits that we can list, just 4 of them, the major benefits, and there are a lot more.
Thank you, CEO. My name is Alison Sumo, and I report for Today Liberia Television. We appreciate for the extension of your company to Liberia. But Liberians are listening to you. They want to know, what does this mean for Liberians? And clearly tell Liberians a bit about job creation in your company. Thank you.
But I think maybe I can just tell them more. I mean, I responded to that. But let me also just go further. Silence, please. First, let me tell you. Let me go now to how this is structured when we come into the economy. Remember, this is the third country that we are operating in. So when we come in as Staff Africa Global, with a company that is 36 years old, it means that if you are 36 years old, you have been tried and tested. And you can go into the World Wide Web to do your own due diligence. So when we step in, we register our company locally. So we will register TAF Liberia Limited. We're engaging the lawyers to get it registered. Once it is registered, the project is channeled to what we call a special purpose vehicle. It's a public-private partnership. So we partner with the Liberian government. So the Liberian government has a stake in this business. So it is not 100% privately owned by TAF, but the Liberian government, which is your government, our government, will also have shares in this business. So this is a direct benefit to the Liberian people. Employment, I have said so. We do know that the population in every African country is made of about over 60% who are youth. And the youth need employment. So yes, the houses will be built by Liberians. So that's a major benefit of employment.
Thank you, sir. My name is Joseph Sala, and I report for Latin TV. I want to know how decentralized will your housing unit be? Will it just be in Monrovia? And I want to know the range of how much you will be selling for, maybe for low income owners who cannot afford to buy maybe around 35,000 to 40,000 at a house. And to that question, since you arrived in Monrovia, what different housing is there within the city?
Okay, thank you. First, let me start by saying, like housing, like any commodity, comes with the equation is cost plus margin. There's a cost to building a house. We don't produce cement. We don't produce any of the materials that you need to buy to build a house. So there is a cost that must be passed on to the market. So for the houses, we are going to have a feasibility study done. We are going to have our consultants who are going to come around and do a feasibility study. Now, in terms of location, as the previous panelist asked, land, and my response was, land is being allocated by the government. We don't have any right to step into any parcel of land without it being contributed or allocated by government. So we leave it to government to suggest the parcels of land that are available, and that's where we will development. In general, and learning from other countries that we have developed, mostly we decongest the city. We try to decongest the city. So on average, wherever we develop will be about 1 hour drive away from the city. That's a matter of principle. And look, because of the type of housing that we are building, I mean, we are building new cities and micro cities. And in general, it's on a live, work, and play concept. So people who live in those cities don't have to drive every morning to come to Monrovia. So by doing so, it decongest the city. So that's what we are looking forward to. We haven't done inspections yet. We haven't seen the proposals yet. Now, based on the proposals and allocations done by government, that's where the development will take place. Look, cost economic, unless we do a study. As I talk to you now, I don't even know the cost of cement in Liberia. I don't know the cost of building materials in Liberia. I don't know the cost of labor in Liberia. What constitutes the house, I don't know the cost yet. So anybody who's asking about cost, you're trying to build the gun. We cannot tell you the cost now. And I have said so that we are going to bring in experts who are going to do both a market study and a feasibility study. The feasibility study will be done looking at all these prices, looking at the designs, and then computing it to say, look, this is the price that we are going to sell it for. That's number one. So we cannot tell you the price now. Number two is the housing authority. Yesterday, when we met the president, the head of the housing was there. So yes, we are going to work together. We are going to work with all the government concerns and so yes, we are going to work together with the housing authority. So if you consult my uncle or my auntie you too, he will tell you everything about us. This world today, that's what we have in our hands that we don't have probably 50 years ago. If you do your due diligence and you search up South Africa Global, we are on all socials. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on YouTube, we are on X, even on TikTok. And I have a page personally that I manage myself. So if you want to even talk to me, every comment that has been coming in, since I arrived 2 days ago in Liberia, it has gone viral. And I try to respond to every comment. I take about 2-3 hours and direct it to you. We are very transparent. And I want to also assure Liberians that South Africa Global is a pan-African company being built, being developed. In my team, I have my personal assistant, Lucky, who is my personal assistant at the global level. But he's Nigerian. He was hired 13 years ago, and he's the personal assistant for the group, for me as the managing director. My media team, one is from Nigeria, one is from Sierra Leone. My technical team are mixed. I have all nationalities in our group, including Liberians. And we haven't started Liberia. So we want this company to be accepted, to be seen as a pan-African company. That's what Africa is looking for. I share the same color with all of you. I look at the relation to these new young ones. I started working in construction 50 years ago. 50 years ago, I started as a carpenter. And today, I stand operating throughout the continent of Africa. So my role here is not only to come and build houses, make money, and move away. No. At my age now, I am here to inspire you young Africans that yes, we can make it in this continent, and that's exactly what we are doing here. I represent people like Aliko Dangote, who all of you know as the richest black man, who's about my age. He owns the biggest petroleum refinery in the world. His cement factories have spanned across the continent. I represent people like Tony Elomelo. I'm sure those of you who follow him, you can see what we are doing. That's the generation of Africans that we represent. That we are not only here to make money, fill our pockets, and live like some investors did, who are not Africans, but we are here to stay. We are here to inspire the young ones, and that's my last word. I hope that we will be received with open arms, understanding that TAF Liberia Limited is beyond Mustafa Njai individual. Our vision should be completed in the next 37 years, and I can bet my last dollar that I will not be here to see the end of the vision. And that's what a visionary did, and I will quote Nelson Mandela as I close. He has a very common saying, and he said, it always seems impossible until it is done. So for us, we're here. There's nothing like what we are doing now here in Liberia. Some people probably, they thought it was too risky. But for us, we have a very huge appetite for risk. We don't see any high risk in this country. And hopefully, in the next few months, you will see TAF Liberia Limited in action with houses being built. Thank you. I don't know who will be the lucky. Sorry. I don't know who will be the lucky ones. And I don't know, Minister, I want to leave this in the last. In terms of, I have a foundation, which is called the TAF Africa Foundation, with 8 different initiatives. And this I set up when I turned 60. I am 69 now, almost 70. So under my foundation, 1% of the company's revenue is put in. So I